sixth on the list of disconnections is a disconnection from the natural world. So in this day and age, as I said, we all live in cities, and people are starting to get out of the city, which is really great because there's all this remote work phenomenon. So, and I'm not talking about what we do at Athena, where we deal with people from abroad. We help people in underprivileged countries. We have staff in the Philippines and Venezuela and Argentina and so forth. I'm talking about people in Melbourne working for a Melbourne-based company, but that are working from home. Now, that's really great because it's allowing people to spread out of the cities. Cities were the melting pots where people could get together and do work. And now people can come in to have those meetings and so forth, but they can also work from home, which means that people are spreading out. We're getting out of this concrete jungle, and we're getting back to, rural areas and places that are more kind of community driven, and there's more fresh air and clear skies at night and so on and so forth. So I think a big thing for me around the disconnection from the natural world is, again, planning in your holidays, planning in, adventures where you're going to nature and you'll get away for a day and so on and so forth. And we're all busy, and, we're all struggling for time and so on and so forth. But I'm going to use an analogy that my business partner, Drew, actually once gave me. So he used to be a mentor of mine back when I was doing Adventure. It was my main business. So basically, Drew talked about the fact that he drew this out in front of us. He drew a vase, and he said, look, I want you guys to plan your holidays, and okay, cool. It was all about time management. If you have, this is your vase, this is your time that you have in your life. He goes, what I'm going to do is, these are large chunks of time, and we're going to call them rocks, and we're going to put them inside of the vase. So he drew all these rocks, and he put them inside of the vase effectively. So the vase is basically filled with all these, large rocks, and he said, now how much time do we have left? And, first person answered, well, none, the vase is full. And Drew said, well, not entirely true. How about we grab some pebbles here, and we take those pebbles and we place them in around the rocks, so we can fit a little bit more in. No worries. Okay, cool. Now we've fit some more into our time. And he said, now how much time do we have? And people were like, well, we don't have any time. You can see that, we're run out. And Drew said, well, what about if we put some sand in here? And we fill all the space around the rocks and all around the pebbles, and we sprinkle some more time in here. We fill those gaps here and there, and we sprinkle. And okay, cool. Now we have, what do we have? We have a full vase. And people were like, yeah, we got a full vase. And Drew said, well, what if I pour this 3 liters of water in this vase? And people were like, far out. So the whole analogy is around managing your time and actually being ruthless with what you do for yourself inside of that time. So plan your holidays. Set out and go, all right, cool. This 3-month period, we don't have time to go away, but what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to do a 2-night stay out in the national park, insert wherever you are, wherever you live. I'm going to go out and we're going to get into the wilderness. We're going to go out and get into nature. We live this lifestyle where, we sit in front of the TVs and screens and so forth, but it's so easy to just, if you have an animal, it's the best because you're forced to go for a walk. Well, I am. I'm forced to go for a walk for an hour and a half a day with Ziggy, and it's my favorite part of the day. But you've got to plan those big getaways and those micro getaways around your already busy schedule, and it can be done. And we need to get back to nature. So taking off your shoes and grounding yourself and walking along the beach in the morning, getting away and scheduling in that overnight getaway to wherever it is, your favorite holiday destination, and just getting away from the hustle and bustle. It's absolutely key. So that's really an easy fix. It's not a super easy fix, but we can all do better there, I think. And it's if you get the sun on your back and fresh air in those nostrils, and you're out hiking and getting a sweat on, and there's absolutely nothing better. So that's an easy one.